Hey everyone, this is Adrian from my channel Random Drop. If you like our content, make sure to subscribe. We're more than halfway to 1,000 subscribers. From there, this channel's quality and content can grow quite significantly, and I hope that you stick around. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Code Vein opens with your character waking up to a girl in white. She welcomes you back and asks you how you're feeling. Your surrounding area is a destroyed city covered in thorn-like structures jutting out from the earth. The girl in white admits she doesn't know what's going on as well. Both of you seem to be suffering from some sort of amnesia. She then points towards a white plant sprouting from the ground further ahead. As you walk towards it, the girl in white mentions she's been waiting for a long time, and she was told that everyone, everywhere, are suffering from thirst. A spring that will cure that thirst exists, one that weeps tears of blood. Moments later, you begin to heave in pain. Your eyes glow red and unrecognizable images flash. The girl in white tells you it's alright and bites your wrist and spills your blood onto the white plant, making it glow and grow further. Then fruits with the red liquid inside begin to grow. The girl asks you to eat the fruit, and it calms your pain. While you both rest and catch your breath, two men approach, excited that they found a new spring and a fresh source of labor. You and your companion are taken to a slave camp and tasked to hunt down blood beads. Your masters are stressed due to the lack of blood beads they found recently, so they task you to wander into the miasma filled with monsters, known as the Lost, to find more blood beads. While you're away, they hold the girl in white hostage to make you comply. You're sent down with a fellow worker named Oliver. As the two of you explore, you come upon another worker that was sent in first. Oliver checks on him, but his eyes are red and he quickly attacks, damaging Oliver's mask. Oliver says he's okay and asks you to head in further without him. He says he'll catch up soon. Further in, you run into another explorer. He asks you to team up, and the two of you are successful in finding a spring with some blood beads. Once you collect, you head back to camp, only to find everyone killed and the girl in white knocked out. At the center of the area is Oliver, enraged with glowing red eyes. The stranger joins you and mentions when someone is lost, they can never come back. Together, the two of you defeat the lost Oliver Collins and check to see if the girl in white is okay. She's fine, but you notice a glowing red stone on the ground, echoing voices that sound like they're from the past. The stranger calls it a vestige and tells you to avoid touching them, as anyone who does is defiled and transformed into the lost. But your curiosity gets the best of you. You touch the stone and it sprouts thorns in response, but you soon glow a blue light and transfer it to the stone, causing a giant white flash. The light takes you into another realm, showing you Oliver's core memories. It's revealed that you and the ones hunting for blood beads are something called revenants. The few actual true humans are under the control of a man named Silva. The rest must hunt for blood beads and pay a levy to him or face death. But if a revenant goes too long without a blood bead, they'll frenzy and become a lost. Once you come out of the memory, the stranger is astonished at what he experienced, as it seems everyone in the area was pulled into the memory as well. Intrigued by your unique power, he introduces himself as Louis. He's currently researching blood beads and wants to take you to a safe place to rest.
Ugly, isn't it? The red mist showed up a short time after the Queen was defeated. And when it did, it trapped everyone and everything inside, giving birth to the Society of Revenants ruled by Silva. The Jail of the Mists. As time passed, that was the name people gave to the world inside. The creatures trapped inside the miasma wander in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, always searching for blood beads to sustain them. Revenants need to have blood. Without it, they turn into those creatures we call the Lost. The revenants who captured you were desperately searching for blood, terrified of losing themselves. It's a common fate these days. But ripples are beginning to form. You cleared the miasma and revitalized the blood spring. Where did you learn to do that? You've forgotten? Anything you do remember? That's unusual, losing so much of your memory. I suppose it was the same for her.
At his base, Louis explains his goal. Since Silva has taken in most of the humans under his protection, revenants are left to rely on blood beads. But as time goes on, more and more springs are drying up. So him and his team have been exploring the Jail of the Mists, studying blood beads in order to learn more and maybe find a way to improve the situation. But the surrounding miasma is delaying their efforts. But now, with your ability to clear the miasma and revive springs, there is some hope. He asks if you will join his cause, and you agree. A man nearby is happy to hear it and walks up to you and introduces himself. His name is Yakumo Shinonome and will be part of your exploration team. Louis wants to follow the veins that are connecting each spring together in hopes it takes you to the source of all of the blood beads. Your first lead is to follow the path in the old city ruins. On the way, your party discovers traces of human blood. It seems as though there was a human escapee, and she's being hunted down by some revenants. Your party follows in hopes to find her first, but as she's about to be captured, a giant butterfly-like lost awakens and attacks the revenant and your party. The woman makes her escape in the chaos. After defeating the monster, your party confronts the human hunter. Louis announces that he's taking custody of the human, but the revenant says that she's their property and that they have no rights, as it was humans who kicked the revenants out of their graves, sending them to die over and over again against the queen. Now they writhe in terrible thirst in fear of joining the lost, all because of humans. Louis has none of it and throws a bag of blood beads at the revenant, telling him to take it in trade and never to show his face in this area again. While studying the next spring, Yakumo notices the girl hiding nearby. She threatens to kill herself, tired of being passed around for her blood. But Louis is able to calm her down and convince her to follow him to safety. She will no longer live in fear of revenants. All they ask is she donates some blood regularly. She's surprised by his kindness, and Louis offers her directions on how to get to safety, leaving the choice up to her, while the rest continue their exploration. The next area you pass through is a dried up ocean. Yakumo and Louis mention how much of the area's changed after the Great Collapse, the moment in time when the thorns of judgment sprouted through the world, decimating much of the human population. While reminiscing, your party finds a vestige containing some of Louis' memories. You relive moments of the time when Louis would visit a girl named Cruz at an unnamed facility. It seems she's being experimented on with her consent, happy that Louis visits her regularly. But as time goes on, her mental state deteriorates, and you hear whispers of a conflicted Louis and Cruz. Cruz begging Louis to kill her. In its final visions, it shows Louis blaming himself, holding someone named Karen. After the vision is clear to Louis, he can't hide much from you and explains himself. He was there when Cruz, the queen, frenzied, blaming his own frailty, but he hopes that if they find the source and ensure a stable supply of blood beads, the revenants will be freed from their thirst, vowing to take responsibility for his past. Yakumo slaps his friend on the shoulder and encourages him, as you can't charge forward if you're always looking back. At the end of the path, you find a giant lost monster protecting the spring. After defeating it, Louis notices that the spring's veins lead back to the center of the old city. While discussing, your party notices other revenants nearby. You witness a man pulling out a blue-like spiked object from a revenant's corpse. Louis calls him the Hunter, and he's accompanied by a white-haired woman dressed in red. And while she sings, the Hunter plunges the object into the woman's chest. Yakumo prepares to save her, but they suddenly disappear into a red smoke. Next, your party retraces their steps and explore the underground of the old city. At its entrance, your party takes a break, While resting, you notice Yakumo's eating an onigiri. He explains although revenants don't get hungry and only require blood to continue, eating holds a lot of meaning to him, as it reminds him of his humanity. He was a soldier in the army, and onigiri was easy to carry and eat on missions. Although his time in the army was miserable, eating reminds him of his friends he made during that time. He simply says, "It helps me stay me." Next, you continue to explore the area, and at the end of the path, your party tests the spring located there. It again points towards back to the old city, making Louis believe that they've missed something. While preparing to leave, a revenant woman with blonde hair fiercely attacks your party out of nowhere. During the battle, it's revealed that the woman is named Mia, and she was trying to steal your blood beads in order to feed her little brother Nicola, who is on the verge of frenzying. Yakumo notices that they're in need and offers some of his blood beads. But after she feeds him, Louis notices that his symptoms aren't fading like usual. Mia believes that she just needs more blood, and the two delve further into the area. Yakumo has a bad feeling and Louis agrees, so your party follows after them. Once you catch up, it's too late, as you see the hunter overlooking Mia and a pile of ash that once used to be Nicola. You quickly charge in to help, but the hunter disappears again, and your party's attacked by a large lost. After defeating it, you check in on Mia, who's still in shock at the loss of her brother. As she mourns holding a pile of ash in her hands, a vestige is revealed underneath, and as the ash blows away, you quickly grab it from her, but it manages to pierce her hands, and you are sent into Nicola's memories. Inside, you witness that Nicola and the hunter had some sort of connection, clearly in the past, before Mia awoke as a revenant. In the visions, they vaguely discuss something. The hunter asks if Nicola is truly sure he wants to go on with it, as once he's in forever. Nicola jokes how mad Mia's going to be at him, but he is sure he wants to protect his sister. The hunter says Nicola has a noble spirit and he respects that. And at the end of the vision, Louis and Yakumo can be seen, and they both wonder what kind of connection the two had. As you come out of the vision, Louis has many questions, but you all quickly notice that Mia was not brought into the memory and is frenzying right in front of you due to being pierced by the vestige. You quickly attend to her, providing blood beads, and take her back to base. While passed out, Mia has a vision of a snowy mountaintop and sees Nicola traveling with the hunter to the top. She then awakes back at base, being nursed back to health. In the main lobby, your party wonders why all the veins lead back to the city. All Louis knows is the key to finding the source is there. As you discuss options, Mia appears and recommends checking a secret path hidden by the goddess statue in the city ruins. Louis thanks her for the tip, and Mia then asks for a favor. Nearby on Louis' map of the area, she noticed photos of a similar looking snowy mountaintop area that she saw in her vision and wonders if Louis knows how to get there. He mentions currently the path is lost, but they're sure they'll come upon it eventually on their journey. Mia then offers her assistance and officially joins the party. Afterwards, everyone at the base gathers and takes a moment to talk a bit more. The mood is shifted and everyone is in high spirits. Louis is told as much, as he no longer looks dead inside. Maybe it's because he found some reliable friends. You talk to the girl in white, whose name is revealed to be Io. She has no memory of the past, but knows she wants to be with you and everyone else as long as possible, noticing the change in mood in everyone and herself as well. Next, you follow Mia's tip, and it leads you to a large cathedral area hidden in the miasma, now clear due to your efforts. At the cathedral, you can find a special vestige that warps you to the past and replays some of your lost memories. You wake up to a familiar looking woman overseeing revenants that wake up from their slumber. It's revealed that this woman is Karen, Louis' sister, and after fighting the queen, you were killed in battle a few days ago. But since you're a revenant and your heart was still intact, you're able to recover and ready to fight again. In this memory, you join a man named Jack and his squad to deal the finishing blow to the queen. On the way to your target, Jack explains that the queen is a revenant as well. She shared the people's vision of a world where everyone could live safely, but unlike regular revenants, she had the potential to rise to greater heights. But at some point, she was consumed by her own power and became a demon with an unending lust for blood. And after you defeat the Queen's Knight, you and Jack face the Queen of Revenants.
Our ill-mannered guest is here. Guess that means we have to begin the festivities. many of them are there?
Did I make it?
Silva.
I'll take the spear. All right, gang. This is the moment of truth. This creature will never hurt any of my people again.
At last, you can know peace.
What? Kid!
Well done.
Your resolve was truly admirable.
Sleep well, friend.
Back in the present, you and your party continue through the large cathedral, and at the end you run into a woman who looks exactly like you. She carries a vestige and beseeches you to use your power on it. Once you do, you relive the memories of a woman named Aurora. It seems as though before the Great Collapse, she worked with Louis' sister studying something called a boar parasite. It has the unique ability to live inside a dead body and activate every type of cell. But after the collapse, monsters rampage the land, forcing the two to use their discovery to make corpses into soldiers to fight them off. While revenants fought the monsters, Aurora understood that the revenants' desire for human blood is a troubling abnormality. If they could find a way to remove it, they would evolve by leaps and bounds. This was the beginning of Project Queen, and a man named Mito reports that the Queen exhibited no desire for human blood 1 week in. But sometime later, the project failed, and the Queen frenzied, killing many, including Aurora. At some point, she was made into a revenant as well, and describes how she feels like she's losing her humanity over time, after taking on something called a relic. Inside of the Grand Cathedral, you face off against its guardian, the successor of the Ribcage. But the enemy is unlike any other, as when you defeat it, it leaves behind a giant vestige with the ability to regenerate the guardian's body immediately. Your party defeats the monster again and try to destroy the relic before it regenerates, but they're unable to damage it. Things look dire until you begin to walk towards the relic, reliving some of your past memories. The most significant one is of the Queen asking you to save everyone as you gave her the final blow. You channel your power through the vestige and get pulled into another series of memories. It's revealed in these memories that Silva created a plan to divide the body of the Queen into relics, which will be sealed into revenants known as successors, keeping them safe. As the Queen has the unique ability to regenerate even if her heart is destroyed, Aurora volunteered to become one of these successors. And at the end of the memory, the party has a chance to speak to Aurora personally. After the queen was sealed away, there was a brief time of peace, but the plan was desperate and flawed. Even with the relics locked away, the queen's desire to live on could not be suppressed. The relics began to torment the successors and corrode their bodies, making them go mad. But she reveals with your power you restored her sanity. You have the unique ability to accept the queen's blood and the power to quell the relics. She pleads that you end the other successor's suffering. She points towards the giant gate behind her where another successor awaits, and the source of the blood bead flow, the one who sheds tears of blood. Before turning into stone, she explains, if the resting successors join the lost, then the seals will break and the queen will be reborn. Thankfully, if you are able to find all of her vestiges, Aurora's relic can be calmed and her memory restored. She thanks you and your party for saving her and begs for forgiveness for thrusting this burden onto them. Before she falls asleep to rest, she asks Louis to see the person beyond the gate.
So it's true. It was you all along. Karen.
What in the world is all this?
All of this is a part of her?
It never ended. The Queen was still alive, and we were kept alive all this time because of the blood that flowed from this place. My sister became a successor. She sacrificed herself to stop the Queen, and her tears are what kept us alive.
Louis.
Let's just give him a minute.
Sorry for losing my composure. I'm okay now.
So, what's our next step?
Finding the successors.
Are we just gonna leave your sister?
There aren't any signs of frenzy at the moment. Now we know that the lack of blood beads is only a part of the ongoing calamity that was started by the Queen. I want to find a way to end this disaster once and for all. It is a duty that I must see through to the very end.
Shouldn't that be we?
Yakumo.
If a friend is struggling, if they're giving their all trying to push their way forward, well then I've got their back. That's just how it works.
Hey, I said I was glad to do whatever you needed me to, didn't I?
Guys. Listen, that power of yours, it's the only hope we have right now. I'm glad you're here. Let's find the successors before the Queen is resurrected. Karen. We'll be back for you. Just hold on.
The hunter!
You? I destroyed you with my own hands. How are you here now? Just as I suspected. They have the power to calm the relics. It's just like Eva's. No, it's even stronger than hers. You know, you could join with us, Carrier of the Blood. That power of yours, it would be a shame to waste such a resource.
Careful. He's stronger than he looks.
We'll do our best to shield you. Just remember to protect your heart.
Very well. In that case...
There's a heap of things I want to know. And you will tell me. I'll make you tell me.
Why are you here?
To keep you from going too far.
Eva. Fine, that's enough. I'll leave, for now. But remember, I'll be coming back for you. Give my offer some thought,
Later, you speak to Io about the look-alike in the church sanctuary. Io says she learned her name was Lita. After the defeat of the successor, she vanished, only leaving behind a vestige. It's revealed to both you and Io that Lita was Aurora's attendant, one who stands and serves the successor. Learning this, Io is conflicted, as she's sure Lita was happy to complete her task until the very end, but to her it seems empty, as her life was entirely consumed by her mission. Io wonders what her true purpose in life is, realizing there must be more to it all than her duty. Next, your party finds another path to a successor, leading you to an area Mia experienced in her dreams, the Ridge of Frozen Souls. Mia updates the party that this is the area she saw, but during their conversation, something that looks like Nicola appears for a few moments and then disappears, leaving a vestige behind. In the memory, it's revealed that Nicola volunteered to become a successor, but doing so will trap him in the crypt of his design. So he chose the snowy mountaintop and used his newfound powers to create a clone to keep his sister company. Even then, Jack explained to him all transmissions would be blocked by his crypt. So even if his clone was with his sister, he wouldn't know or share any of his experiences with her. Mia then falls to the ground, now realizing what it all means. That before she woke up as a revenant, the real Nicola was already gone. The blood beads had no effect on her brother, as he was not a real revenant and costly to maintain for the real Nicola. So he began to deteriorate. Mia's frustrated that she never noticed, and that Nicola has been alone this whole time. Louis consoles his friend and urges them to continue to go on to see Nicola and get more answers. When you arrive, you find Nicola in the form of a giant knight, driven by his urge to protect his sister. Nicola became a successor, fighting off the urge to frenzy for all of these years. After seeing the child's strong resolve, Mia and her friend's determination are reignited, and you face off against the successor of the Breath. After it's defeated, you go into Nicola's memories and experience his decision to become a successor, and at the end, brother and sister are reunited.
Nicola! Mia? Is it really you, Mia? I'm so sorry. I left you all alone. It's okay. You didn't. Really, Mia. I'm just so glad you're finally awake. And hey, it looks like you've made a bunch of good friends. That's great. It's all thanks to you, Nicola. You were always at my side. That's what gave me the strength to keep fighting. That's why I'm here. You kept me safe all this time. You protected me and gave me courage. What more could I possibly hope for? Mia. Nicola Karnstein, my dear little brother, it seems you have truly become a knight. And you're the bravest, most noble knight of all. I love you, Nicola. Thanks, Mia. I love you too, sis.
Once Nicola turns to stone, you have the option to restore his memories and relic fully. Mia is in your debt for everything you've done for her and Nicola, but Louis and Yakumo agree that the two have just been reunited and don't want to break up the two again. So your party gives a farewell to Mia and go on their way. But as you walk away, Mia has a change of heart, as she wishes to help the other successors like Nicola. She thinks it would be a mistake to stop now and wishes to follow her friends. Nicola agrees and is happy to hold down the fort while she's away. Next, your party heads back to base to repair their equipment and catch up with the others. But things are interrupted when Eva walks into the room on the verge of frenzying, begging for the others to save Jack. Once she's stabilized, Eva explains that their mission is the preservation of the successor and their relics. As it's not a new phenomenon for successors to go into a frenzy, a successor acts as a vessel for a relic. Jack watches the successors for signs of frenzy. Meanwhile, Eva acts as a temporary replacement until they find someone suitable. On the way to check on the successor in the cathedral's crypt, they're both attacked, Jack staying behind to help Eva escape. Louis asks Eva if she knows who the successor is, and she nods, and says a scientist who was involved with Revenant research and integral to Project Queen, Juzo Mito. Yakumo springs up in anger, recognizing the name. The others are curious if he knows him, and he simply says Mito sold him and his entire family out. Next, you go after Jack and find him wandering the Ashen Caverns, looking for Eva. You let him know that she's okay, and ask who attacked him. He explains that he was caught by surprise, as no successor should be able to escape from their sealed crypt, revealing that he was attacked by Mito himself. And during the attack, Mito took all the relics stored inside of Eva. Jack's confused as he's not picking up a relic response from Mito's body, but his crypt is still functioning normally. He then moves further into the cave towards Mito's crypt, Now determined to stop Mito no matter the cost, Yakumo has a bad feeling and suggests your party follow him. As you get closer to the crypt, you face off against the Gilded Hunter, one of Mito's many experiments. After seeing the soldier's memories, Yakumo picks up his dog tags and explains to his friends Mito was a well-known and celebrated scientific genius, but he used orphans like him as guinea pigs for his twisted experiments and sold them into slavery as enhanced soldiers. Mito also had an obsession with humanity's evolution and treated Yakumo's friends like objects, experimenting on them over and over. Further in, you find a vestige containing a memory of Mito. It's revealed that Mito was able to extract the relic and place it into a woman named Emily Sue, one of Yakumo's longtime childhood friends. In Emily's memories, Mito found the orphans he used to own and brought them back as revenants. But only Emily and another revenant woke up. Yakumo still asleep. In order to coerce Emily into protecting Mito from the frenzied queen, he held Yakumo hostage. So she fought the lost and died again as he ordered. But still Yakumo and many others would not wake. So in order to keep Mito from disposing of them or experimenting on them further, Emily offered herself up to be Mito's guinea pig, forcing her to take his place as the successor of the Claw. After defeating the successor and making it to the end of her memories, Yakumo and Emily share a moment together. Yakumo apologizes for taking so long to get back to her and comforts her before she turns into stone. But with your ability, you are again able to calm her frenzy and restore Emily's memory. Yakumo now feels indebted to you for saving his friend and offers to help carry some of your burden. But soon, the moment is interrupted by an evil voice.
That was such a moving scene. In fact, I almost found myself laughing.
You, Mito.
Interesting. I don't see little Jack anywhere. Dealing with the successors was supposed to be his job.
Saves us a search anyway. Your ass, pal!
Impressed. My guinea pigs have been gifted with the power of the relics. I must say, I'm grateful to the children, Yakumo. They were excellent test subjects.
Damn you!
It's no good!
Jack, my boy, you're late. How can you be slacking off when you've got such an important job?
I'm here to take back all of the relics you stole.
Oh, and do what with them exactly? After all, your vessel is broken.
What are you talking about?
Oh my, you didn't notice? I gave your precious Eva a little present. You're under the impression that you allowed her to escape. That is incorrect. I allowed her to escape.
That's...
I installed a prototype in that lovely throat of hers.
But then, that means she was already...
Damn you!
I imagine that she'll frenzy before long, and a frenzied relic will be compelled to seek Gregorio. Do you suppose she's already wandering the snow-capped mountains?
Mito! I'll destroy you!
Do go and see to the successors, won't you? must say farewell to a certain dotard.
Get back here, you coward! It can't be. Eva!
I have to go find her.
Afterwards, you track down Jack to a ruined city, now turned into a desert wasteland. Due to the previous successor internal battle with their own relic, Eva awaits Jack in the crypt located in the area. In Eva's memories, it's revealed that she was kidnapped and fed on by rogue revenants, ignoring Silva's laws, being kept around to be fed off of, eventually even crushing her throat. But one day, she was saved by Jack. Inspired, Eva wanted her to become a revenant like Jack, but he denies her request, saying there's no future in being a revenant, that she's better off staying human. But Eva's unable to watch Jack continue to suffer alone and wishes to bear some of his burden. She volunteers for examination and joins the successor program. Now reborn as a revenant and her throat healed, she's able to thank her hero for saving her all those years ago. The two become inseparable and oversaw the other successor's sense. At the crypt, you find Jack saying his final farewells to his partner as he prepares to end her life before she completely frenzies. But you come in the nick of time and stop him, letting Eva frenzy and face off against the successor of the throat. And after she's defeated, you touch the relic and bring Jack alongside you into her memories. There you revisit key moments in the relationship and witness the bond the two shared. Eva always pulling through the pain for the sake of Jack. And at the end of the memory, Jack speaks to Eva and apologizes for putting her through so much. But she says he did no such thing. She tells him that he gave her the light of hope and her voice. She always knew this would be her fate, but she's still happy because she was with him, and Jack agrees that he feels the same way. She then tells him that his mission is important, so he must go on while the candle of life still burns. And Jack and Eva hold each other closely, and he asks her to sing for him one last time. But thanks to your power, you restore Eva's memory and hold the threads of her tattered heart together. Jack is at a loss for words, but Eva just simply asks if she can stay with him a little while longer, and the two embrace each other, reunited. Next, Jack then announces his plans to go after Mito. He believes that after everything he's seen, Mito plans to revive the Queen, and in order to do that, he requires Silva's relic as well. Jack also reveals that the Jail of the Mist that covers the world and deepens Revenant's bloodthirsts was created by Silva himself, using his power as a successor. Jack believes that after stopping the Queen, Silva imprisoned all Revenants and Lost inside of the jail to prevent further tragedy to the outside world. But Jack does admit, if all Revenants were more like your party, this wouldn't have been a concern. You then follow Jack through a teleporter, taking you closer to the government building, where Mito is heading. And after fighting hordes of Mito's experiments that have taken over the area, you finally reach the mad scientist himself.
Stop right there, Mito.
Your persistence is tiring.
So tell me, just what exactly are you after anyway? What do you have to gain in reviving the Queen?
Reviving the Queen?
What's so damn funny?
I've collected enough data already. I have no more use for the Queen.
Then why?
Let me ask you something. Do you ever sit back and wonder why you were created in the first place? Or why Revenants have power far beyond that of mere humans?
That's simple. Everyone knows it was to stop the Queen when she frenzied.
Aren't you forgetting something? The day of the Great Collapse. The creatures that caused all that ruin. Both Revenants and the Queen were created to eliminate those horrors. And yet, they are all still incomplete. I wanted to witness Gregorio's monstrous transformation with my own eyes, but sadly it cannot be. Now, allow me to show you the truth of our world. The cage is unlocked.
Red mist is fading? We can go out. We can leave! Yes! We're free! We can finally escape this horrible prison! We've been here so long! Ah! What the hell?
I'm still alive?
The mist isn't fading? All those relics, and yet somehow he still resists. Stubborn friend, I'll finish you with my own hands! How can you still not understand? You all saw them too! The world outside is overrun with creatures that devour everything in their path. They will be the source of even greater strength for all revenants. Evolution is everything. It is our duty, our very hope as a species. Gregorio didn't see that, the blind fool. So he created the red mist as a cage and sealed away all his research. He was satisfied with merely eliminating the feeble horrors within his pen, and thus foolishly halted the march of progress. But the horrors outside continued to evolve, until finally they transcended revenants and became an existential threat. You fools noticed nothing! Our prison of red mist became a barricade, protecting revenants from the horrors that awaited them beyond its borders. All this time you were being shielded by Gregorio from reaching your true potential. The hypocrisy turns my stomach. But now the time has finally come for us to leave the cradle. Let us all rise and ascend the ladder of evolution together!
You bastard. After all you've done, just how many more lives are you willing to sacrifice?
Enough, Mito! We won't let you do this!
A pity. Those who are too weak to keep up with the speed of progress do not deserve to live. What swill?
We will stop you. After all they've done for everyone. The successors will not have suffered in vain.
After defeating Mito, your party discusses on what to do next. Jack believes that Silva is currently in a lull, but on the brink of frenzying. They are short on time. The only way to stop it is by taking on Silva's relic for yourself. But doing so will bind you to Silva's mission as well, binding you to his throne for eternity, keeping the red mist barrier up in perpetuity. Jack asks if you're truly prepared to accept that fate, and as you give it some thought, your friends gather around and offer their support, no matter the outcome. Next, you continue your journey to the Provisional Government Center, and just outside the entrance, you face off against the Queen's Knight, Reborn. And once it's defeated, Io appears and notices the monster left behind a vestige. She gets a familiar feeling from it and asks you to show her the memories inside. The vestige relives the memory of the Queen, Cruz Silva, spending her days fighting off the frenzy inside in order to not fail her father and her people. But in the end, she wasn't strong enough to fight off the monster inside. It's then revealed that Cruz's intense desire to comfort and support the afflicted, mixed with her own despair, gave birth to Io and her attendant sisters through her vestige, afraid that the same mistake would occur again. Io takes it all in and asks you for a favor to bring her along to Silva's location. She explains that Cruz's existence was a long and constant struggle, fighting off the monster inside and desperate to save revenants from their thirst. Io wants to deliver salvation and bring about all of the wishes Cruz had for her people. She wants to be the one who finally makes them a reality. She understands that this isn't her duty, but it's something her heart cries out for. You agree to take her along, and with your loyal companions beside you, you face off against the Skull King.
No. Silva has lost control of the relic.
What's wrong?
Silva is pulling in the relics.
Paradise of but somewhere in the distance, I hear a voice calling me. Subside, though I may be weary and battered, body and tatters, I will go on again and rebuild this frail world, even if the ones that I fight for are frightened of me. Sacrifice is no price to pay for ask me why I'm fighting, why I would defend them. No one asked for this war or any more harm. Sacrifice is not if it means I'll show you the world that we can rebuild. Tell me, do you know how softly the breezes could sing if we let them come through with the might on their own? Just how many fates do we have to see disappear from their ashes? I promise I'll prepare. So I'll go on ahead with your heart behind me. What this path laid before me, though no one has tried, and this desolate wasteland will flourish once more, free from all our shackles. Finally we'll be.
It's all right.
Hey! Huh? Io.
In the end, no matter who I may be, even if I serve as little more than an empty vessel,
You have stored so many precious memories inside of my heart, and I promise I will never allow them to fade away. Whatever happens, I will always be with you. Just as you will always be within my heart. And now, goodbye.
After Eo's sacrifice, all of the other successors were freed from their duty, regaining their original forms. Karen and the others discovered a reliable source of blood beads thanks to Io's transformation into the Weeping Tree. Karen wishes to give the people inside the Red Mist as close to a normal life as possible now that things have settled down, and Louis wonders, as a Revenant, what he can do for others. He's curious about the world outside and the horrors wreaking havoc on humanity. He's even picked up transmissions calling out for help, but Revenants prey on humanity, and leaving could possibly make things worse for them. But even so, Louis refuses to just give up. And it seems you agree.
You're leaving into the outside world?
Yeah, I figured that's what you would do. I can't say I approve of you heading out alone, though.
At least say something before you go. After all, we're supposed to be friends, right?
Since you guys insist on charging ahead all the time, you're going to need someone to keep things running smoothly.
To be honest, I'm not sure how welcome Revenants will be in the outside world. But we have to keep reminding ourselves that we were all created for a reason. I'll carry on Cruz's dream. Just like you carried Io's. Let's go.